This is the story history forgot. This is the lost chapter. 1,000 years before Columbus ever set foot in the New World, they came. Warriors from across the frozen seas, tall, bearded men in iron and fur. They called themselves the Vikings. But what they found wasn't empty land. It was home to fierce warriors who knew every forest, every river, every shadow. The Native Americans. This is the story of two worlds that collided, and the battle history almost forgot. In the year 1000 AD, the Norse explorer Leif Erikson sailed west from Greenland. His destination, a mysterious land whispered about by sailors, Vinland. Modern archaeologists believe this Vinland was somewhere in North America, likely Newfoundland, Canada. For the first time in history, Europeans had reached the continent 500 years before Columbus, but this wasn't a simple discovery. It was an invasion no one saw coming. When the Vikings arrived, they met the Skraelings, the Norse word for the native people they encountered. Historians believe these were ancestors of the Beotha, or other indigenous tribes. At first, it was curiosity. They traded furs and goods, iron for animal skins, woven baskets for metal tools. But tension grew fast. The Vikings were warriors by blood, and to the native tribes, these pale strangers with steel weapons were intruders on sacred land. According to the saga of the Greenlanders, peace didn't last. One morning, a Viking guard spotted figures moving through the trees. Then came the sound of war cries, and arrows rained from the forest. The Vikings fought back with shields and axes, their iron blades tearing through wooden spears. But the native warriors fought with speed and knowledge of the terrain, striking, vanishing, striking again. For the first time, the unstoppable Norsemen faced an enemy they couldn't overpower. The battle raged, but the forest was not theirs to conquer. In the sagas, it said the Vikings were forced to retreat. Their leader, Leif Erikson, realized the land was rich, but far too dangerous to claim. The natives' arrows, the harsh winters, the isolation. It was a fight even the Vikings couldn't win. They abandoned Vinland and returned to Greenland, leaving behind only ruins, legends, and whispers in the wind. Centuries later, archaeologists uncovered Viking tools and artifacts in North America, proof that the sagas were true. But one question still haunts historians. What if the Vikings had stayed? Would Europe have colonized America 500 years earlier? Would native and Norse cultures have blended or destroyed each other? We'll never know. What remains is a story of courage, curiosity, and conflict, when two worlds met and history chose to forget. The Vikings called it Vinland, the land of wine. But to the Native Americans, it was simply home. Two civilizations, oceans apart, met on the edge of the world, and both walked away changed forever.